What it do, everybody? Welcome back to the final drive, and we are back in the dynasty. Last episode, we took on Illinois, and we won 27-24, bumped them down to rank 11, and we moved up to rank 13. I mean, that game, it was a close game. It was really to the point where we was both mistake free. We just beat them with the small details. We beat them with field position. We was efficient in the red zone. As you can tell, when it comes down here, we was 66% to they 33%. We was better on fourth down situations. Our special teams was better, and we just played better situational football. And we made them one dimensional because, I mean, at the end of the day, they only had 6 yards rushing, messing with us after rushing 13 times, and it was 33% on third down. So we played a very good disciplined game. That's a Marcus Holloway type game of what we're building here in VTech. Now, when you look at the stats, we had 2 players that popped up on the radar that will get rewards this week. Kyle Drones had a pretty good game. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns, 217 yards. But for me, who pops up was Thomas Remick, man. Thomas Remick had 5 pancakes, 0 sacks. And as you can see, if there's an offensive lineman, 5 pancakes and 0 sacks get you a chance to spin the wheel. So congratulations for him to be able to get that. I think that's our first lineman. Normally we getting a lot of DBs. And our next guy is Ben Bell. So with Ben Bell here, if you take a look when it comes to our D linemen, if they get 5 total impact plays, which is 2 sacks, well, not just 2 sacks, sacks, forced fumble, fumble recovery, tackles for a loss, add up to 5 total or more impact plays, they will get a reward. And Ben Bell did just that. He had 2 tackles for a loss, he had 2 sacks, and he came down here and he got a forced fumble, and that gets him also to be able to have a reward to spin the wheel this week. So first, we're gonna spin the wheel for Mr. Ben Bell, see what he gets, what his reward is gonna be. And penalty immunity, we getting a lot of guys that get got this year. And if you are new to the channel, what we do is that if these players hit a milestone as far as their performance, each game they'll get to spin a wheel for the performance based on their performance and get a reward. However, there's milestones to have a very bad game, and then there's things that you can spin to where it is a detriment to that player. Ben Bell here, he get penalty immunity, which means if he do have a bad game, he can cash that in and not be subjected to the penalty of that game that he played. All right, next person is up is Thomas Remick, who had the 5 pancakes that game and no sacks given up. So he'll get to spin the wheel himself, and let's see what he is going to be able to get. All right, it landed on feature game plan, but these are for skill positions. Feature game plan will be something that we will call plays just for that particular player to make sure they get some type of performance boost, but no needed for him since he is on the line at right guard. So we're gonna go ahead and spin again for him and see what he gets. And he got player spotlight. Well, next episode, we are going to be able to spotlight him and just showcase a little bit about him, who he is, and his career, and just give him that ability to get his shine on. All right, coming up now, week 10, we have to deal with Duke, who is 4-3 right now, and it's a division game. So We just have to continue to stay on the right path, and we can't let them off the hook. Duke right now, they are the type of team where rhythm pass them, and they have a complementary run game. If we go to their team stats here and check out Duke, like overall they got what 400 and over 400 yards per game that they have, over 260 passing yards, 135 on the ground, 13 rushing touchdowns, over 130 first downs. They average about 28, close to 29 points per game. So that's something we have to worry about because they're pretty explosive. But the biggest thing is that if we can shut out their quarterback, their entire offense will collapse. If we can just get him to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, maybe force him third and long, we can definitely win that game. And we have to win in the red zone. That's going to be our biggest thing that we have to do. Now, defensive side, this is where I think the battle is going to come in at, because they're pretty good defensively. I mean, they're right up there with us. I mean, we allow only 12 points per game. They allow 21. That's a big thing. So we pretty much only allow close to just a full touchdown or less per game, and we got to continue that. Now, the total yards allowed per game, they allow 281. We allow 212 yards. That's a good thing for our strength. Passing defense, they allow over 187. We allow 181. So we're neck and neck right then and there. So we can stop the run. That's the biggest thing. If we can stop the run, we could possibly stop their pass offense, because we only allow 30 yards rushing on us. Defense is elite there. We can probably get things going with Hawkins because they allow at least up to 95. So that's the biggest thing. When it comes down to sacks, we're neck and neck as well. I mean, they have 17, we have 21, so they can generate sacks at the end of the day. But we got a top 5 defense in the country. That's the biggest thing. And their defense can be average at best. So we got to watch out for that. So Duke, they can move the ball, but they haven't seen a defense like ours. Not with Coach Marcus Holloway, calling these plays. And not this season, not even close, that they have met somebody that pretty much have a defense like ours. We're holding teams to 12 points a game, 30 rushing yards. And we just shut down a number 3 offense in the country. Remember that. Even though they scored 24 points, college football, that's a shutdown. So Duke is about to find out what elite football look like, y'all. So Darren is the main guy we have to be able to stop. If we can stop him, we're going to be smooth sailing in this game for sure. Of course, they have Nate Shepherd. Nate Shepherd is nice as well. They have some decent wide receivers out there, but it's mainly the quarterback that we just really have to hone in on. They have a pretty decent offensive line to be able to protect them. Defenses wise, they got Vincent Anthony Jr. I'm pretty sure that's another guy, as well as Wesley Williams, the reason why they got up to 17 sacks this year. We just have to be able to look out for those things and get the ball out a little bit quicker playing guys like this. Even when it comes to the linebackers are pretty decent, and they have Chandler Rivers, who is pretty good, a very, very good cornerback, and they got Caleb Weaver at free safety, and they got Terry Moore. This team is nice, but they're 4-3, but we have continued to show and prove that we can go out there and win football games. So last, before we jump into this game, we're going to check one thing here, and we are going to look at what it looks like for week 10 and what some of these top 25 matchups look like. Tulane, UTSA going at it. Tulane should win that. UTSA just have to get a little bit better. Cal and Oregon should win that game. Penn State and Ohio State is going to be a very good game, but I think Ohio State will take it home. Kentucky and Missouri, I think Kentucky is about to upset Missouri. I think this is a trap game for them. We're going to take care of Duke, or we should. Georgia Tech and North Carolina, I think Georgia Tech gets right back right where they need to be and win this game with that offense. K-State, BYU takes that in the Big 12 matchup. TCU and Texas Tech. This is going to be a very good game. It can go either way. Important matchup for both teams. Michigan should take care of Rutgers for sure. Illinois is going to jump right back on and get to what they need to do and beat Iowa. Oklahoma and Tennessee. Oklahoma will win that match in Knoxville, Tennessee. Clemson will beat North Carolina State. Utah taking on Iowa State. That should be an Iowa State win. Louisville should beat Syracuse. Indiana will continue their dominance and beat Maryland. Texas and Alabama is going to be a very good game, but unfortunately, Texas is going to be down 3 losses this year because Alabama is going to take that game. And South Carolina and Ole Miss, trap game for Ole Miss. South Carolina will win at home. All right, so now that it's done, 82 overall team, 80 overall team, Virginia Tech, Duke, getting ready to go at it. Let's get it.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on another team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any.
All right, here we go. It's time.
He'll be stopped at the 17. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what is a quarterback? He's just going to have to be
All right, we're going to see if we can get this run game going first before we start anything.
really good with his decision-making.
Good run, good run. And it's been taking a couple of games for Hawkins to kind of get back in the groove of things. You know, he missed about the first 3-4 games, so now him being back, he's just trying to find his rhythm. Yep. Hey, that's a tackle out of bounds. I'm not trying to get him hit. But if we get able to run this ball, we're going to run it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Catch in the middle. It's screen.
I like that. I like that. There we go. There we go.
Ball is at the 42-yard line. Close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short.
Our defense had a good rhythm, but we switching it now. Caleb Brown coming out there to see if he can help neutralize this defense. I'm sorry, this offense.
And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability?
All right, good quick pass.
Or do they stay away from him? 'Cause a lot of people stay away from him. He is that good out wide, but you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Don't y'all start that. That's a quarterback. That's a quarterback. Do not start that. Come down.
He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
All right, they got some success going right now. Hone in, fellas.
With a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wide out.
Good one, good one.
Precision. Off to play fake. A strike downfield. What a play there at the 8-yard line. And the Blue Devils looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Holds it in. They'll get it down to the 8.
And for all that, Caleb Brown is now hurt.
Defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running the left side.
Good job.
It's really, really tough because the red zone, you know, you got to run the football more. Well, this
And
defense
throw the
has
blitz
number
out
one
there.
in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways.
And he held on to it.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
What is y'all doing?
Receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing in the end zone because
Go.
coverage is going to be tight.
Go.
The throw might not be perfect, but this is
Good
something
run.
these two
Good,
guys
good
have
one. That's a great return. Great return.
over, and it's paying dividends now and again.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. Really good job. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up.
Wow, what a nice run. He's showing you his athleticism there. You guys remember back in the day when we were calling a game here and the all-time great with this league contest. He was awesome. This guy on the field, man, he's got so much skill and ability. He's strong and he's fast.
That's first down.
I think he can also
3rd and 1. Okay.
For the first down. The Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Groves. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. Enough for a first down.
Yeah, that was a little tricky.
On the move. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Spencer. Brought down just
All right.
outside the
Kyle got a Kyron, he got a little rhythm going here. That's a good thing. That's a good thing right now.
And Duke has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. That's caught. It's
Come on, this touchdown. Touchdown. That boy Heath is a weapon, man. He is a legit weapon for us.
Looking for the tie of the extra point. These two have spent plenty of time to our line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone.
Put him down.
So Reese, with that
Good
time,
job, Copeland.
something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels.
This game can be what can get us in the playoff. Looking at the playoffs.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got the receiver position, so if you got
Get to him.
matchups, man.
There we go. There we go. All right. Now this is where we earn our money at.
And long, ball to the 25.
This is where we earn our money at.
From the gun,
Don't let him come across there.
to the wideout.
Ooh. Hoo-hoo. All right, we got a chance to come out here and do something. Hawkins is running the ball pretty well right now.
Using his legs, it's
Get that block. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Hawkins looking like he in rare form right now.
Hokies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
This is where we look at Heat. This is where we look at Heat.
Deep shot for the end zone.
Oh, my goodness. Come on, baby. That's all right. That's all right. Let's get back out there. Next play. Next play.
See it right there. They shrink windows fast. They're in top 25 defense for a reason.
Oh,
You really better make sure you
I didn't think that linebacker was going to drop back like that. That was almost a catastrophe. All right, Overton, can you make something work right here? What the hell? Y'all didn't block no goddamn body. All right, we got to go for a field goal here. That should have been a block. But nope, he ran into the kicker. Bring that on back. We'll keep playing, coach.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense penalty.
He sure did. We'll take a touchdown.
Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. He stopped
We'll take the two. We'll take the two.
and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And let's run it.
Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. The give to the
Put him down. There you go. Fight.
They love to pick up this third down and
Keith once again. That RPO is killing him. I want to test Rivers out there, but at the same time, I don't. At the same time, I do not want to test him.
Listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top.
Can we get Green right here?
You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to back them out.
Why did you float that? Why did you float that, Kyle? Oh, man, that was a horrible turnover. That was a horrible turnover. That's going to give them some momentum. Come on. Come on. Get him down. He caught that. Jeez. Okay, lock in, lock in, lock in. Let's go. Let's fake the blitz. Come back. Might be in trouble. We might be in trouble.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Let's get some pressure. Great play. And this is a must-win game because you remember next game, I believe we got Miami coming up. So we definitely want to go in fresh and off a victory. Come on. Let's go down here and make it 14-14. What can we do? Good catch. Good catch. We just got to trust our guys to route run.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's
There we go. Another one. Got to trust our guys to route run.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route.
Let's call a timeout. Let's get him a breather. Let's get him a breather.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game.
Can Green smoke him out there?
Looking to throw again.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that.
Did he just do what I think he did?
Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play.
Need a first down.
Won't surprise me to see
Need a
this
first
team
down.
take more shots as this game goes on.
Come on. Come on. Get them boys together, Kyle. Good job, Heath. Good job, Heath.
The play action fake. Quarterback moving. Slings it down.
Boy, why are you throwing it behind him? You know, you're going to have to get a quick shot to Green.
Move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Green.
Come on, y'all.
Points on the board.
We trying to get this ball downfield.
45-yard line. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down.
Get out of there.
It's Overton. And that defense here for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because
Y'all gotta be kidding me right now. Am I in the twilight zone right now?
ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
We have to kick a field goal. We got to kick a field goal.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here.
That whole sequence sucks.
Wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far.
All right. So right now, passing your same game. We got to get back to that rushing, and the running game for us is where our bread and butter is. We knew what we was gonna do on the run defense side. Only 3 for them. We just have to capitalize that. The problem with our team is we give up explosive plays, just like this play that you're looking at right now. That's what we're gonna have to shut down. Those are the things that we're gonna have to change.
And with that, let's send it back to the ball back, ready to go on the attack.
It's on me once again. Had to tackle in the freaking backfield, man.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback. Now, you're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know your answers.
And now for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Reads it, fires complete. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Blue Devils are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back.
Good tackle, good tackle. Like I said, I'm not really running. I'm afraid of a run game. Right there on it again. It's the pass game that I'm concerned about. Sit it down. Good job. All right, let's get this running game going, y'all. This is what we talked about. Collapsed on that one. Collapsed on that one. This is a Heath type play.
They've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they
Good job.
kind of looked out of sorts.
Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia.
Good run. Good run. That boy's running today. He running today.
The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs.
Pick back up with that, Overton.
Here's the handoff.
Right there. We gotta depend on this run game. This is where our bread and butter seems to be at.
They'll try the run.
There we go.
Solid pick up there before the
There we go.
defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a
All right. Can we get green? Can we get? Let's watch that free safety.
big beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually
Go right here.
first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in second and short.
These running backs are feeling it.
And the Hokies trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
That's Hawkins is back. Hawkins is. This is the star power we've been waiting on for him.
The extra point at the time.
And the running game is so important.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give from the gun. Hole closed quickly and pick up a
It's crazy how that turned from a possible 5 to 6 yard gain to an 8 yard gain.
Of this game so far, this guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down.
There we go. There we go. Watch out for them little plays like that.
Runs him out of bounds. You're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Finds his back in the middle. Tackle at the 43.
That's on me taking my player way up there, leaving that open.
First down from the 43-yard line.
I'm over here.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Working that left side down. Markham with a good pickup on that one. And the Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gets it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeps it on the bootleg.
Why the hell is he wide open over there? Why the hell is he wide open over there? They killing us with this veer and shoot.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. They'll dial up the run.
Good one. Good one. Good one.
Backfield. looking to fire. They've got it down to the 3. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score.
I clicked the wrong freaking person, man.
This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything at this Hokie offense. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. There he goes.
One of these games now. We gonna run the ball. We gonna run the ball.
All these guys right up the middle, unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice big...
It's not even trickery at this point. We're running the ball.
You gotta scramble, you gotta go get the first down, yes, but also getting
Get
out
through
of
there.
bounds to try and
Get
preserve
out of
as
there.
many seconds as you can
There you go.
on the clock.
There you go. See what's out there? See the field? You might have something going here. If not, Hawkins, there you go. There we go.
The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Drones. Finds his man, it's Heat.
By the defense on that pass play, they knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And that pass will be
They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Hawkins is here. Hawkins is here. Hawkins is here.
Really
24-24, y'all.
decision. They are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Sit him down.
We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. Snag in the middle. It's
There you go.
and the defense stops him just short of the first down. They need the field or chain links to move the sticks. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got him downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Slips a tackle and he's going to go. And this defense was
And that's what we didn't want. To give up a big ass play like that.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to pick up yardage. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Blue Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. He's got some space. They get
The
him
fact that he's still holding on to the freaking ball, man.
from the 9. Timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Absolutely perfect.
This is a tough one, y'all. This is a tough one. I don't know how to feel about it. This is a tough one.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Scanning the field, it's Drones. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete.
Trying to get a pass interference at least somewhere in there. Didn't get that. And we lost that one, man. That's a tough loss. We went in here, trap game, and Duke came in here and took care of business. Hats off to him. And we got smacked in the mouth. I guess we had to have one of those games where we felt what a loss feel like the first time in the season. I hated it had to come at a time like this when we was doing so good. But it was a tough one. So in this game, man, we won in total yardage, man. We had 484 yards total. Duke had 355 yards, so that wasn't a problem. Just with everything that we was doing. My bad, I'm sorry. They had 345 yards total, and we had 300, and they had 340. Punt returns, kickoff returns was cool. Turnover battle, just one turnover on that front for us. That contributed to possibly us losing by 3 early on in the game. We had better third down conversions. We was at 62%. They was right at 60. That was neck and neck. Red zone scoring, that's what we had to win. And we was 25% there, and they went 75%. That was the biggest difference makers of what we needed to win this game. Possessions was about the same. We dominated in the trenches. I mean, our running game was on fire. 153 yards rushing to that 27. That was a big part. But that red zone inefficiency, allowing explosive passes, and that one turnover is what was our demise for this game. I mean, Darian went 89% completion, 3 touchdowns against us. And then for us, you know, Kyle, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 192 yards passing. Hawkins was having a game. We should have kept feeding him the football as much as possible. Sometimes we kept getting away from that. Getting Heath more touches. I mean, he's a big playmaker for sure. No sacks given up, which is a good thing. Defensive side, Christian Ellis always comes up as one of the top leading tackles on the team. Had some tackles for a loss. We did not get to the quarterback not once this game. I think that's big. We got to find a way to start getting to the quarterback a little bit more. But we didn't force any turnovers, and that's why we went down today, y'all. All right, we got nobody up for player of the week or any rewards, but we went down to 16, and now we got to play Pittsburgh. Nice little matchup for us here. We should be able to bounce back in this game. They are 6-2 for sure. For us, that one loss in the division hurt. We need to come up here and beat Pittsburgh just to kind of get back up in the good graces before we go ahead and face Miami coming up soon. And then before we go into week 11, let's go and take a look at some of them top 25 games. Tulane took care of UTSA like we thought. Oregon is now the #1 team in the country. Ohio State beat Penn State for sure. Missouri and Kentucky, they got by. We lost ours. That was a big win by Duke, dropped us to 16. Georgia Tech did what they needed to do against North Carolina. K-State beat BYU. Texas Tech beat TCU. That was a really, really good game. Illinois bounced back and beat Iowa. Georgia beat Florida. Tennessee and Oklahoma. Oklahoma won by 4. Nebraska and USC. USC took care of business as well as Clemson. Louisville lost to Syracuse. That was another trap game, and they went ahead and lost. Indiana is still on their win streak. And Texas, I had it wrong. They beat the brakes off of Alabama to move to #6. And then Ole Miss beat South Carolina. Good wins. Now week 11 coming up. South Carolina and Louisville going at it. Louisville is starting to be a little quiet team to keep an eye on. Syracuse, Clemson and Florida State go at it. Ole Miss and Texas A&M, they get ready to play their trash teams late in the season. K-State, Virginia Tech, K-State should win that. Texas and Auburn, Texas should continue to be on a roll. Same as Oklahoma. Georgia has been struggling this year. Missouri and Tennessee should be a nice matchup. We play Pittsburgh, Ohio State, Michigan. Ohio State should beat Michigan State. Same way USC should beat Washington State. Tulane, this is a big matchup against them with Memphis. This is a nice American matchup. Illinois should continue their dominance. Alabama as well against LSU. Georgia Tech and Virginia. Georgia Tech should win that game. BYU, Texas Tech, another nice Big 12 matchup. Can Texas Tech continue doing what they're doing? TCU, Western Michigan, Penn State, and Indiana. Nice matchup for Indiana. And Oregon should continue being #1 against Stanford. Now we got to be careful with Pittsburgh, just like we have to be careful with Duke. We're gonna go check out Pittsburgh, see what they dealing with. Their quarterback is not as good. They got Eli, or I don't know if they're gonna start Mason. Probably Eli. He just have better intangibles. Can run a better offense. That veer and shoot, when they spread that offense out, we're struggling with that. So we got to make sure that we can come in and do something. I'm not really worried about the run game. We have done a great job shutting these things down. They do have speedy receivers, though. We have to keep an eye on that. Offensive line they're all right. Defense is not as good. They do have a nice Sam linebacker, Rasheem Bowles. 93 overall. Keep a lookout for him. Kyle Lewis here is a 91. Cornerbacks, our receivers should have a field day. Their cornerbacks is not as good. Like I said, when we just played Duke, Duke had some pretty good DBs out there. It made it hard to do a lot of things. This team, Pittsburgh, we should be able to go in and take care of business and get back in that win column before we get ready to face Miami.
Welcome to Lane Stadium, home of the Virginia Tech Hokie. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. David Pollock and Jesse Palmer will join me shortly. For now, let's enjoy Enter Sandman. And the Hokies will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
All right, here we go. It's time to get back on track here. So we are going against Eli here, which makes sense. Let's see what we got to deal with when it comes to this. Nope. We don't allow the run. I don't know if they really do their research when it comes to us getting ready to play us, but we don't really allow the run over here.
It's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Yep, drop down. Nope. But that's Copeland. Copeland don't play either. It's not easy over here. Good defense.
Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when
Check it out. See what we got going out there.
every single day. Like that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
Good run.
27-yard line. The Hokies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive.
Another good run. We got to get to the point to where we're running a minimum 20 times a game.
Running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this.
When I tell you Heath is a playmaker, man, he's another person we got to continue to get that ball to. This RPO with them two, it can be crazy.
He can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch him, man, just after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical.
That should have been an easy catch right there.
Both at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down.
And we first ones on the board here.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. To the air, it's Holstein. Finds his tight end.
Send a little blitz.
Through and they shove him out of bounds.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the
We didn't know. Oh, and the ball came out. He was down, but that's still a 4th down. Good job, defense. Ben Bell out there. Uh-oh. 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 And there he go. There he go. There's Heath again. That boy's something serious. That boy's something serious. All right, just like that, we up by 2 scores. We are up by 2 scores.
So first down here as they go back to work.
And you get what? And you get Heat. Nope, we'll go here. Touchdown. Touchdown. We feeling it now. Watch Green. Got that blitz right there. All right.
Away from the first down, it sets them up beautifully here. And the Hokies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches.
Oh my goodness. What was that?
Down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Oh yeah. Good call. They've been doing that all game. I'm glad you saw it, ref, because, man.
Take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the
Watch
ball,
him.
and when it's snapped,
Nothing there. We're going to go underneath.
Caught over the middle. It's Spencer.
We're going to go underneath. There we go. There we go. Time ticking. Get that ball downfield. Watch Heat.
Looking for a man. It's Drones. Extending the play.
Out of bounds.
Magic with his feet.
Yeah.
His defense
Out of bounds.
he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Hokies will snap
I don't know if that tight end got the ability to turn that.
to throw on first down.
Go here.
Out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now improvising. Great job by this savvy senior.
I don't know why I didn't run out of bounds, y'all. That's on me.
With his feet. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Under fire. He gets down to the 25 before going
We're going to go ahead and kick this field goal.
on 2nd down. They'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime.
And that's in there. Cash money. Cash money. We back on the field, y'all. 3rd and 6.
They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's
And this
3rd
be
and
Overton
6.
right here.
From the gun, wants to pass. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
We're going to go for it here.
They did not get the first down. The good news, though, luckily, the fumble went out of bounds, so they maintained possession because that could have been disastrous. For
There we go. There we go. Drones is back in there, baby. We are back in that win column.
And now they've moved into position to score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in.
What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Let's run that thing again.
Out, and now I'm immediately thinking I got a little bit more than I want. So one of my pass plays.
Y'all ain't blocking nobody. That's the problem.
Have success on 3rd down.
That's the problem right there.
Decision time
Are we
comes.
going
It's how
for it?
about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive,
I can't make that up. That was ridiculous. I can't make it up. 4th and
No
18.
choice here. The offense
4th and
has to
18.
stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down.
That shut it down. I got middle of the field.
Throw and pick up the first down.
Nope. Nope. Fourth and 2.
Multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll
Come down.
go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going.
That was a good pass.
Down in
4th
the
and 5.
quarter, it's too
4th and
late for
5.
empty possessions. They'll go
Hold
for
it down.
on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Mason grab past the marker. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside.
What y'all got going on?
Let's get weird.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done
It's
nothing
game
in the
time.
second half.
That's game. We back in the win column, y'all. We are back in the win column.
From this coaching staff, and these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. I think they really felt like they had a really
Ben
good
Bell.
game plan offensively.
Ben Bell had one of them games. I don't know if he gonna be able to he gonna get one of them reward again, but he didn't had a hell of a game. All right, with this game, we won a turnover battle. We had one takeaway. They had none, which gave us an extra possession. And then punt return, we killed in that. Heath went ahead and returned one. That was a big momentum changer in the game. We won our total yardage battle at least by close to over a little bit over 50, which is a good thing. Had a lot of more in total yards. Rush, we don't ever have to look at that. 6 yards rushing out of 18 attempts. Our rushing defense is off the chain. We had over 100, which is really, really good. Our only weakness is what we continue to struggle is red zone, man. We got to do a little bit better in red zone. We had 25% in the red zone. They had 100%. We got to figure that out. That's going to cause us to lose games against very, very good teams down the line. Now, we was only 22% in third down conversions, even though they was 23%. We got to do better than that. And we allowed them to get 66% in fourth down conversion. But other than that, we suffocated their offense, which is why we was able to win that game. Come down to it, Kyron Drones, 138 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We got to find a way to cut down on those interceptions. We don't ask much of him. We try to make the game as easy as possible. Hawkins, 16 attempts, 77 yards, and then Kyron 13. So we rushed well over 20 times, which is good. We didn't really have a receiving game like we wanted to. We did give up 2 sacks, but Johnny Garrett had 3 pancakes. That was a pretty good game. And then on the defensive side, we had Ben Bell, 4 tackles for a loss and 2 sacks. He's definitely a player of the game. Or he's receiving some rewards for sure. Gillian, 2 tackles for a loss and a sack. Good job for him. We had Colville, he had 1 interception. I definitely like seeing something like that. Dante Lovett, there was 2 times they tried to launch that ball downfield against him, and he knocked that ball down twice. I definitely like that. Caleb Brown with a forced fumble and 2 fumble recoveries. Man, we got some guys who had a game that's gonna be able to spin that wheel for the rewards. We're back in the win column, y'all. All right, y'all, we got our first commit. We got 5-star Bryce McBean to come as the left guard to the team. That is a huge recruit. We was going back and forth. It didn't look like we was gonna get him, and we was able to bring him in. Big pickup for us. And now we're number 10 in the nation, y'all. We have moved up once again. We would have been a lot closer, but that's all right. Let's look at the bracket and see if we are there. And we are there, y'all. And we're right now showing against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, we already showed what we could do against them and shut that down. Texas A&M, Indiana, Texas Tech, Alabama, Ohio State, BYU, Miami, Oregon, Oklahoma, and Clemson. Now, I don't see Texas up there. What's going on? Let's go and take a look before we get into week 12. We're gonna just stop and take a look. Clemson won, did what they were supposed to do. K-State lost to Virginia, to West Virginia. Wow. Texas end up losing to Auburn. That was a tough loss for them. Knocked them right out of playoff contention. And I don't think we're going to see them back there unless they just go and run the SEC, which I don't think is going to happen. Oklahoma took care of business. So did Tennessee. Tennessee is on a roll. We took care of what we needed to. Duke is now ranked. I don't feel bad about losing to them, but if it's somehow we got to face them again, I'm up for it. But we're in the same division, so we will not see them again this year. Ohio State took care of Michigan State. USC won. Memphis and Tulane, big win for Tulane, beating Memphis. Illinois lost to Minnesota. Tough loss for them. Tough loss. Alabama beat LSU. Georgia Tech is on the road. They beat Virginia, BYU, Texas Tech. Texas Tech won. Penn State and Indiana. Penn State beat Indiana. I thought Indiana was going to go on a run. They still in playoff contention though. Boise State beat Wyoming, and Oregon barely took care of Stanford. So that's where we are now. We already know we got North Carolina, and then a week after that, we know what time it is. Let's go and take a look at the team schedule just so we can see where we are landing with everything. And here we are, 3 games left, y'all. North Carolina, who we play next, 7-3. Then we go and play Miami, the biggest game of the season so far. Then we close it off against Virginia, and hopefully we do enough to be able to fight for the championship. Last, let's go to conference standings just to see how a couple of things are shaping up. ACC, Clemson look like they're going to the championship on this side. I don't see nobody defeating them. And then for us, we still got a chance. Georgia Tech, I think eventually will have to lose. We have to take care of Miami to be able to get to the championship game. This is going to be tough. That loss to Duke really hurt us. But if we can beat Miami, we still have a chance. We just still got to make sure that we take care of North Carolina, win that game, and then take care of Miami, and then we will close it out. Who are we closing it out against again? Virginia. We win those, and then if Georgia Tech, let's take a look at Georgia Tech's schedule, because they lost to us, so that could help us. So it's tougher because they have to play Miami coming up this week right now. This is a big game. This can go either way. If Miami lose, this is going to be tough. If Georgia Tech lose, this can help us. Then they got to play Pittsburgh, and then their last game is against Georgia. That's tough. So we have a chance. If we win out, we can go to the championship game. Anybody at risk of being kicked out of the conference, it looks like it could be looking at Boston College. Florida State have a risk of being kicked out, so the same way as Virginia. Look at American Conference, Appalachian State, USF is going at it to possibly go to the championship. Tulane look like they're holding down their side. Nobody is looking to be kicked out of the division. Everybody got over 2 wins. That's a good thing. Big 12 here. BYU has been fighting. This is going to come down to the win-loss records, and I think the same thing as ours. I was looking at the division, but ours is going to come down to the win-loss records as well. And then I think that's going to also come, then the conference record will come into play. So with the Big 12, BYU is up there. Iowa State doing their thing. Texas Tech look like they got this thing in the bag, and don't look like no one to be kicked out of this conference as well. Everyone has over 2 wins. In the Big 10, Ohio State, they should be able to go to the championship on this side. Indiana did lose, but it looks like it's going to be Ohio State so far. On this side here, it looks like it's going to be Illinois. Like I said, this is more about conference, the conference record versus the division record of who's going to go to the championship for sure. So it could be Illinois versus it being Northwestern on this side. And Purdue look like they are on the verge of being kicked out. Conference USA, this is more on the conference side. This is about conference or divisional record. So for me right now, when you look at Southern Miss look like they should be going to the championship. They're 7-0 in this division so far. And then on this side, Rice will be kicked out into purgatory if they don't win at least 2 more games. And then it could be Sam Houston on this side going into the championship. None of these teams, the closest one is probably Navy or UConn that can come out. The rest of these teams are definitely struggling. In the MAC conference, look like it clearly could be BYU, but Ohio is undefeated so far in the East. In MAC West, you got Central Michigan that's 4-0. Central Michigan look like they could be going to the championship. Eastern Michigan look like they could be getting kicked out into purgatory. Mount West, we know Mount West here, Boise State is only right. They're ranked 19. They look like they're ready to move up into the Pac-12. They're 5-0, 8-1 total record. Good for them. Wyoming look like they're going to be kicked out. On this side, Hawaii is having a great season, 9-2. Look like they will be going to championship game against Boise State unless something change. And the rest of these teams will be able to stay. Pac-12 is the only one that don't have a division, so it looks like Oregon will win this division straight up. No championship needed. No one will be kicked out, just more teams added. SEC side, this is tough. It's coming down to Oklahoma, Missouri, Florida. It looked like it's going to be Oklahoma that's going to represent on the side of the East to be able to play for the championship, SEC championship. And on this side, it could be Alabama the way it's shaping up, but I don't know. Texas A&M is right there as well to be able to play. And then Sun Belt, coming down to it, this division is tough. Coastal Carolina, it looked like they could be going to the championship, but they will have to play most likely a Texas State, who are having a really, really good season. Missouri State will be moved into purgatory, same way as Georgia State. So that's where everything is looking at right now. Virginia Tech season is kicked off. We're doing pretty good. Marcus Holloway in his first year has turned his program around, and people are fearing Virginia Tech for sure. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to smash that like button and let me know to continue to make this content for y'all and continue to go with this Virginia Tech Dynasty. I want to ask you to subscribe if you want to be able to see these videos and know when they're uploaded. That way you get the notification. And then if you want to see more or you have any ideas, make sure you comment. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Final Drive. Until next time, salute.